Okay, can you hear me all right? Okay, I'm gonna try to play some background music as well because this is another thing I just learned. I'm gonna try it and we're gonna see. Is playing background music so it's not just silence. Since in a game you have the background music. So let me know if the background music is too loud or not because that's the only thing I haven't adjusted yet. If it's good, then I'll go ahead and start. Well, here, I'll try that. Let me pull this up on my phone right quick so I can monitor. Okay, good with you? Just don't want to be talking and then have it drowning me out, but at the same time, I don't want it to be just, silent in the background. So I'll mute my mic just for a second. Yeah, I could hear my birds in the background on this too. Okay, I'm going to adjust my mic level just a little bit more too. Okay, I think that's good then. Alright. I'm going to turn my phone so I can make sure I see this right. Okay, so what I'm going to go over first is we can do the emotes right quick because that's a quick one, and then do the other stuff because that'll be more in depth. So if you have not set up the emotes yet and you've hit affiliate, you have to be affiliate first in order to unlock that. Then it's going to be under viewer rewards and then the emotes, which will bring you to this page. And basically, here's how the layout will look. You got bits tier emotes, tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1 for subs. And then the standard emotes are the free ones for all the followers. Everybody gets those. On that note, at least at the level that I'm at, I don't know if it changes, then it's only the standard emotes. You can't animate any of them for the free ones. The animated ones will always fall into the sub category for the subscriptions. And so to load one up, on the right hand side you'll have where it says upload new. Does it show my cursor? Yeah, it does show my cursor. Okay. Does it? I don't know if it is. Can you all see my cursor on the screen or no? Okay. I think my phone just sucks at showing that then. Okay, so in the top right corner you have a drop down that says upload new, and then you choose your standard emote or your animated emote, and then to the right of that it tells you how many you already have created that's in your inventory out of how many your maximum allowable amount is. So like my standard, I have 11 out of 45, so that means I still have another 34 that I can make. So if you just do the standard, because we'll start on that one since it's easier, then you just upload an image here, and here's the criteria that it lists, is that it has to be less than 1 megabyte in size. It must be a square shape. It can be animated at this point because it's going to be a standard one, non-animated. And then have a resolution between 112 by 112 and 4096 by 4096. And that you can do fairly easily with here, let me open up another program right quick. I don't know about on Apple products, but on Windows it's pretty simple. So let me go to my Twitch folder. I know you all can't see this. Just bear with me a moment. But yeah, so if you're downloading any picture that you want to use, you can just right click, save image as, and then save the image. And oftentimes it gives you an option to save it as a JPEG or a GIF or a PNG file. So you know what? I'll just go ahead and go through that here. Just do dragon pictures. So okay, I see this one. I can just right click it, save image as, and then it might be as an AVIF file or any other kind. You can just go ahead and save it. Now I'm going to open it up, and so I think it's Photos is the app on Windows computers that pops it up. Oh, you can't see that, so let me add a source right quick. I wish I could show that too. So what I'm doing now in OBS, I know I'm jumping around here, but you can just rewatch it and yeah, save it as a PNG because Switch won't let you post it as anything else whenever you're doing this. Whenever you're uploading your animated ones, you can save it as a GIF and upload it that way, but it still has certain parameters for the file size. So this is going to be... So what I'm doing now is I'm in OBS Studios and just adding another source for this window. Window, photos, yes. And why is it not letting me show it now? Windows Media, no. Photos, capture method, automatic. Okay. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing that now. Settings. Let's try this then. Nope, still not doing it. Okay, so I can't show that then. Oh, it might be that I have to restart it every time I add something. I think that's one of the things I found with OBS is if you add a new source, sometimes it glitches and doesn't want to show it properly. So then you have to restart the program. But I'm not going to do that at the moment. I can if you all want, but otherwise I'll just continue on. And I can make another video on that. But in that Windows Photos app, then there's a little picture icon that allows you to edit the image, and whenever you click on that, then at the very bottom there's a scale bar, and then underneath it like a square that says free. If you click on that, there's a square option. You can just hit square on it and then adjust the picture to where you want it to go. And then Yes, I see that. And then you can save it as a copy. And whenever you save it as a copy, you can save it as whatever file format you want. In this case, it's going to be PNG. And then after you save it as a PNG, then there's the little 3 horizontal dots at the top of the screen in the Photos app program that allows you to resize image if need be. And then it has your width by height, and you just put a number in that corresponds to the parameters that Twitch listed. So like on, where is it, back to here, it has to be between 112 and 4096. So as long as it's within that, then it'll fit for the emote. Whenever you go to do that for your channel points icon, they want 3 different sizes, so you're going to have to go through that process 3 times. And they're really tiny, but still. I can do another little video on that just to walk you all through it. So now in the meantime, I added that, so I'm going to go back to Twitch stuff, and then this is the one that I just saved from the picture that you could see. So then it shows it here, and it's not animated. And then you just, here, you create a name for it. So I'll just say example, because I don't know, I might keep it. You know what, I think I will keep that one just because. Alright, and then I don't ever mess with the emote attribution. I think that's where you can pick, like, give somebody credit for it maybe. Like maybe I attribute this to Kent for making it or something. I'm not entirely sure on that. And then down here is just a preview of what it looks like with the light versus dark background. So obviously this one looks better with the light background, but I think that's relative to the individual's chat box and how they have it on the screen maybe. I haven't found a way to change it for everybody yet, so. Alright, so next, upload. And then this is a screen that'll result. It'll say, here. Oh yeah, no, I'll go over that in a second. Okay, so now I uploaded it here. The standard ones, well, that one actually loaded really quick. Usually there's a little, they're all approved now, okay. Usually there's a little like exclamation mark with the circle around it just to the right of the name of the emote whenever it's pending approval, because they have to approve them. And I'm actually surprised that one didn't, but okay, so next you can click on the emote, and then you have this spot that says slot assignment. When you click on it, it tells you if you can put that in the followers emotes or a different tier of your subscriber emotes. So this one I'll just put on the follower. Did it not do it? Maybe it's being slow. Another way is the same process we just did, is if you have an open spot here, you can click on it, and then it's the same process of uploading a picture and then saving it. But if all these are full and you still want to add some more, then you'd do the way I just did. I'm going to refresh this and see if it shows it in that slot now. Yep, okay, so now it's in this slot like it's supposed to be. A lot of this stuff, anytime you do anything, you're going to have to restart it to get it to load. Alright, so then the default emotes that you get are those generalized ones that everybody can say. Are all viewer rewards locked until affiliate? Yes. Well, no, maybe not all of them. I don't know if the drops and rewards are, but the channel points and emotes are, I don't believe those are available. I mean, I don't remember seeing anything for emotes prior to hitting affiliate. So I could be wrong. If you want to know for sure, if you're not affiliate, just go through and look at it and check it out. I'd have to log into one of my other accounts to check. I'm not going to do that right now. Only draw. Okay. Yeah, so no worries. Once you hit it, then you can just watch this tutorial again and go through it. So here on the right is the default emotes, and you can just change the color. It's all the same set that everybody has. So like hype, I have the hype one in mine. Green because green is my theme, the green and black. And you can pick any of those until you create your own if you want. And then it's the same process. You should just click on it and then select what position you want it to be in, and then refresh, and it'll upload it to the corresponding location. And now on the animated emote right quick, it's essentially the same process. The only difference is cannot contain more than 60 frames. The resolution is still going to be the same requirements. File size still under 1 megabyte and must be a square shaped GIF if you want to upload one that's already animated. Okay. I have it on my phone right in front of me, so I should be able to see what you all see now too. Now if you don't have one that's already animated, you just click Easy Animate. Select the picture. We're going to do the dragon guy again. And this one will also be a that doesn't say it has to be PNG, so I don't know if the animated can be any file format or not, but I just use PNG because I already know that works on the other one, so there's no reason to change it. And then your drop down menu for choose animation, you're just limited to these selections, so you can make it shake, rave. Rave is the color changing one that I use on mine because I think it looks cooler. Roll, spin, slide in, slide out. These are kind of like PowerPoint presentation animations. So like shake, and then you should be able to preview it like right here. I'll go ahead and do a preview on each one of them right quick since it's up. That looks pretty sick. The roll, I think it goes too fast though. But you could have fun with that if you have an emote that goes well with it. Spin, slide in. And then slide out's just going to be the same thing, just the other direction. Arrive. Giggle. That one looks kind of like the shake animation though. Zoom. I think it only zooms in a little bit larger than the actual picture is, maybe. Or maybe that's just an optical illusion. Rain. And I don't know that you can change the color of the rain on that. And lastly is the dance. Oh, it alternates sides back and forth. Okay. So again, you could have fun with that if you have a good picture for it. Make it look cool. Alright, so now I'm going to select one too. That looks cool, but I'm just going to keep this as... Now let's try shake. Okay, shake might be too much, so giggle. Okay, now I'll just do... if I use it for non-animated and animated, I just like to use the same file name on it and just add whatever animation goes on it. So I'll do gig for giggle. Not giggity. And then upload. Okay, now here it says pending approval. So I will refresh it again and then show you what that icon looks like. Like right here. Okay, sorry, it wasn't an exclamation mark, it's a little clock. It's a little clock. My bad. And that pretty much is all there is to it to making your emotes. You just have to make sure it's the right file extension, the right size, and then put it in there. And then the bit tier, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same criteria again as the standard emote. I just haven't done that yet myself. And that concludes the emotes portion of it. Are there any questions on the emotes? Okay. Next is just the channel points, which can't bow slice. You should already know this one, I'm sure, because you already have that set up on yours. So you have to enable channel points. You can customize your display. Like, I'll edit this. This is the one where I was saying you have to have 3 different sizes on it, and it's not a difficult process at all. Just resize it, save copy, resize, save copy, resize, save copy, and then just upload all 3 of them and you're done. And then here's the little preview that it'll give you with little icons. So I redid mine a few times because the one I was using, you couldn't see it, couldn't tell what it was because it's so small here. Then you name it, whatever you want your channel points to be called. Leave it as channel points or whatever, be creative. And that's all there is to the display of it. Then managing the rewards and challenges. Then here is a list, which I can see all these also in my sound alerts dashboard. And it'll show all of them here. You can edit how many points everything is worth. So change the cost here. You can put a different icon on there if you want. Add description if need be. Add a blurb of what you want your viewer to request. Okay. You can change the background color. I've done that on some of mine. You can also set a cooldown so that they can't spam it also. Or if it's something that can only occur once, like a... Hold up. I should have that one here. Nope, I don't. So I need to edit this. Choose who to raid at the end of the stream so you can guide the raid. So obviously that can only be a one-time deal. You can't have like 10 people selecting it because you can't raid 10 different people at once. So we just go with a single limit redemptions per stream of 1. Since you can't exceed that, you can only raid one time during that. And redemptions per user per stream, again 1, because you only want one person to be able to redeem it one time. If that number is anything other than 1, then that means everybody can redeem it once, and that negates the whole purpose of it. So just if you have anything that's limited like that, I would make sure you put it on there. Or if you have any kind of drinking, hydrating, or anything like that, you might even put a limit on that if you want. So there's a limiter for your own safety, unless you can just handle it and then have at it. Hydrating, of course. If you read anything else into it, it's not my fault. And then these are just the default rewards that everybody has, so you'll be able to see all those and change whatever colors and stuff that you want. No problem. But let me see if this shows where it comes from or not. Okay, no it doesn't. But this is linked to it. I'm pretty sure that it automatically uploads this whenever I went into sound alerts to do it. So that's it for the channel points part. So now I'll go into the sound alerts. So that's down here on the extensions tab right here. So if you click that, it'll take you, here I'll just do this way, to Discovery and My Extensions. So Discovery, then you'll type in whatever extension you're looking for. So you can do that later. There's also down here common ones that are used, and you should be able to check them by categories. So I'm going to go ahead and go to My Extensions because here's what I have on mine. That one I need to remove, I think. I try to put some that are game specific, but I don't think that all worked out. So sound alerts is the one that I have for my channel points and for the follower and subscriber and bits and sharing alerts. So whenever you click on that, after it'll say install, so you install it, and then it'll want you to configure. Whenever you configure, you'll open the dashboard, and then it'll want you to log into Twitch. It should do it automatically since you're going from Twitch to that. It should automatically do it after you click on the button. And then it'll take you to Sound Alerts dashboard. And then here it's just an activity feed showing everything that's been used in your channel from sound alerts. So as you all can see, I've already used some of these. Kent, what I was telling you earlier was in the library tab. Whenever you click on that, then you can search for different sounds and stuff here, or search by most trending, most popular, popular for subs, popular for followers, and different filters. So you can change how long you want it to be. If you only want it to be a couple seconds, or some of these are 4 minutes long. Just so you know, some of these clips are 4 minutes long. So you can't have that going the whole time. I mean, you could, but then nobody's ever going to hear you. So here's my favorites that I've favorited. Because I'll go ahead and I didn't see the animation on this. Okay, so these are all the ones that are linked to my channel points, channel awards, channel points. Yeah. Then I go ahead and favorite those so I can easily access them and make sure I'm linking them. So it should automatically be set up when I use them. Is there more to it? Yes, I'll get to that here in just a moment, actually, because I'll show you how to make sure it's connected this way. But like I was saying, for me, I've tried to do it without OBS Studio, and it doesn't play anything. It has to be coming through OBS Studio and broadcasting from OBS to be able to use all these things that I have for mine. Now, that being said, right before the broadcast, then I found a video here that's talking about Twitch alerts for console streamers. So we're not going to watch that. However, if you want to check this out afterwards and see if this helps you if you don't want to use OBS and just try to do it purely through your console. I have not field tested this yet, so I can't say if it's good or bad. The video itself is from 4 years ago though, so I don't know if everything's still available or if any of that is no longer available or if it's been messed with so you can't use it anymore. I don't know. But I came across that, so I'll share that at least. And if it works, cool. If not, but I know for now I like how mine is, but I'll probably play around with it and see if I can do that too or not. But I don't want to lose the animations that I have, and I don't like the very plain stuff either. But I'll still look into it though later. But then back to Sound Alerts dashboard though. Then whenever you have all these picked up and you're wanting to link them to something, then you can go to My Alerts, Channel Points. You have 10 channel point awards that you can use, or rewards that you can use, or buttons, at least in here. Obviously there's more in actual Twitch itself. It's just those are other things other than music too. So if you want to add one, you just add new button, and then mine are all sound, so then it'd just be sound. And then you're back in that searching for the music part, the library. So I'll just go back to favorites again and go to okay, here we'll do this. And so you click the little plus button and then it adds it to it. And then you have it clicked, and then over on the right is all the individual settings for each sound alert, each reward. And you can adjust the volume, and some of these are going to be quiet, so you'll want it up. Some of them are loud as hell, so you want to bring it down. You can customize the amount of points it requires if you want. How often they can do it, set the cooldown on it. Then advanced settings are what will determine if like the text and stuff pops up. So you can say no chat message. This is more so like on the other stuff though, which I'll show here in a minute. And then you can change your animation here under the animation category. You can just go down and pick them. And if you're unsure what any of these are, I mean, you can click on it and it'll show you. I don't remember what I had it set on. Oh, never mind. This is a new one that I made, so it doesn't matter. Also, if you click on the animations here, then it'll show you the full list of animations available. This is where you actually have to add them from to be able to see them on the alerts menu. So if I say, oh, I like this frog, then okay, so I like the blue frog. Now we'll go green because I'm green. So after you select the color, then you can say, I'm going to add this animation to my inventory. Cool. And go back to alerts, channel points, back to the one that I was just creating. Advanced settings, animation. And then I can go down and find, oh, there's a green frog. I just added it. Here it is. And then you can change this text to say whatever you want. Well, maybe. Whatever you want to say. So you can customize the message to be whatever it is you want. And then test in browser source if you want to test it in your broadcast, which you can also do through a recording. So I'm going to test it now, and you should be able to see it pop up. But that's not the animation I selected. So I'm going to refresh it again here and make sure that this is still here. Nope, it changed it. So going back to this again. Okay, I don't know why it's not changing it, because no, that's all you should have to do, because there's not a save or anything on it. That should automatically take. Well, you can see in the chat, at least it shows that I played it though also. But yeah, the animation, it should already be taking. I don't know why it's... But anyways, maybe it's because I'm broadcasting. I don't know. And I'm going to remove this one now because I'm not going to use it. Remove. Like here's how it should go. So like on Sandstorm, you can see how the animation is, how it's supposed to be, and then I'll go down to test in browser source. Okay, so that's how it's supposed to go. Sometimes this stuff is glitchy, as I'm sure all of you know, or anybody that's messed with any kind of tech knows. Okay, so that's just the channel points, so that ties more directly to what Kent had been mentioning. But then also other alerts. I think these are pretty cool. I like them. I'm sure some of you have seen these already, but so you can set these up to like cheering, a new follow. If somebody gifts a sub, if somebody themselves subscribes, then there's a different animation. Or I have all of mine set to different animations, and your criteria can be a minimum of 0 months. 0 months is what it works better on if you hit that. I spent like half an hour screwing around with this before because I kept having it on 1, and for whatever reason it wasn't wanting to cooperate. So then on 0 it works. And then minimum subscription tier, I just put it on 1 because that means if they subscribe at all, then it's good. It brings it up. Unless you want different tiers and special animations for if somebody subscribes at a higher tier, by all means do it then. I don't believe that there's any kind of a limit on the number of alert triggers you can have through this extension. It doesn't list one. And then on each trigger, again, each alert, you can set the volume for it, the animation. So this, I have mine customized to be the subscription, and then here is the, you know what, here I'll just go through a new alert so I don't screw up what I have. So Hype Train, animation. Then if you don't want something that they already have automatically, you should be able to click on this, and then you upload your own. So we'll use that same picture that I just did a little while ago, the dragon again. I don't know why that saying followed though. Oh, because it's just an animation preview is all. And here you can change the color of the text on it to whatever. It brings up like a slider bar, and you just pick whatever color and whatever gradient you want of it. Alright, so we'll save animation. Sound. Here's the sound. You want to add a specific sound to it. This will link back to that library again, and you can pick your favorites. If you saved them, it'd be simplest that way. And then let's go with, we'll just do crab. Chat notification. This tells you who just conducted that action. So like, oh, so-and-so just subscribed, or so-and-so just followed you. And text to speech is if you want it to read it out loud to you. I think I have that on some of mine, not all of mine. And you can change the voice. There's, I don't know, was that 10 different, 3, 5, about 10 different voices you can pick. So, test.
Karisu 613 started a new hype train.
So that one actually showed the animation that it was supposed to. So, hey Shawnee, how's it going? I'm just giving a tutorial for some people on how to use OBS Studios with Twitch alerts and the emotes. I already did the emotes earlier though. There's a lot of people hitting affiliates, so I'm trying to help some of my buddies out here. Okay, so that's the hype train, which I don't have, but I'll keep it there anyways, just because. And that's it for creating all of your channel points, sound alerts, and then other alerts. I don't have extension sound, so I won't worry. Alright, now to link this to OBS Studio, you'll go down to your settings. Okay, I say that, and that's not what I was expecting. Okay, yeah, settings, setup. And then it has a pretty straightforward thing here. Your browser source is online. Okay, that's because I already have it linked. So if you don't have it linked, there'll be an option for you to look at your URL. And whenever you click on this, is what you'll see by default right here. You say, I use OBS Studio, or if you use something else, you click on that. If you use Twitch Studio or one of these others. I have OBS, so that's what I'm using. So whenever I click it, then you can copy and paste it or drag and drop it. So it's not actually showing the address, but you can just pick it up and drag it into your OBS Studio whenever you create a new source, browser source, and then you drag and drop or copy and paste that URL into that, and then that's what's going to link the sound alerts to your OBS Studio if you're broadcasting from that. And then step 2 is just install the extension on Twitch, which you should have already had it because that's how we accessed it. But you can click on that anyways just to be sure, and chances are it's just going to take you back to your extension screen right here showing you this. And that's it for the sound alerts. I'll show a couple other ones right quick that I have on mine. So I have the sound alerts, which is nice, but then just some extra crap for people is I have a shout out one, shout me out, and what that does is it's just a way if people want to spend bits to get a shout out for somebody, then they can type in who they're going to shout out. So we'll do a search and then shout out. Let's see what pops up here. I'm watching this on my phone and it looks like really delayed from when I'm actually doing it. There it goes. Okay, I just saw it pop up on the screen. Okay, so that's how you can do a shout out. It's another little thing for if you want them to be able to promote themselves or a friend and get a few bits or whatever and change the amount of time, and it's just something extra. Just to, you can set the denomination as well. Then another one I have is a viewer attack one. I'm sure some of you in my other broadcasts have seen this, but it's where you can just let them throw stuff at your screen. You know, if they're like, oh man, you really suck at this. Okay, cool. If you pay me, I'll let you tell me I suck and do that, you know? Here's the free one here. So you can throw some shuriken at it. And that one, it's, again, pretty straightforward to set up. Actually, this one, I don't know where it's at. All of these extensions, whenever you finish configuring them and all that, it's going to give you a URL that you need to copy and paste into your broadcasting software. In my case, again, is OBS Studio. So in that, then I just create a new source. Okay, how to just drag it? Well, it depends on if they have the option to click and drag. Here, I'll go back into sound alerts where I know that one shows the click and drag. And here's the login with Twitch. I'm already logged in, so you just click it and it's going to go. So then down on settings, setup again. So I use OBS. So then if you see how I can actually drag it and move it now. If I bring it up here into this bar up here, you can see it changes to the little plus icon, meaning you can, paste it. So you can paste it into it. Here, I'll paste it into this field here. So I just dragged and dropped it into that field, and it'll do the same thing within your source window whenever you're setting up a new browser source in OBS. If you want to drag it, if you just want, here I'll delete this right quick, and then if you just want to copy it, then you can just use the copy and paste method, which is you just click on it and then click the copy button. Then you can just paste. And it pasted it. The same way you'd copy and paste any kind of text if you're typing anything up. Oh, is that Alemar? Hold up a second. I'm trying to look at your emote here. That's pretty cool. Will it pop anything up on OBS? Once you have the source window open, where's my source? Okay, so on the source window, let me see if I can add OBS into what I'm broadcasting. Oh, but it won't show because I have to restart it. Damn it, I forgot that part. Okay, so in OBS Studio, under your sources tab, or if you have it docked, that area, the sources, you click the plus icon, and then you'll go down to browser. So it's going to be a browser source. And then you label it, I have mine labeled as sound alerts. And then once you hit OK on that, then the URL, you go ahead and delete what's in there for the URL because it just shows a picture of the OBS Studio icon. So you just delete that URL, and then you can go back to sound alerts here, and again you can click the copy button, or you can drag and drop it into the URL box. So it's copy and paste or drag and drop, either way, then it should populate that field with the address. Okay. And then once you have that done, Just hit OK. And you can resize it accordingly with whatever screen size you have. Like every one of these that you add in, you're going to have to resize it to fit what you want it to look like. Because some of them are going to be too small, some of them are going to be too large. For the most part, it's not a difficult thing at all. I think the one I had the most trouble with was that one where you're throwing tomatoes and stuff. Where did it go? I closed it. Okay. So the viewer attack is the one that had the most difficulty for me to link it up. Or not link it up, but resize the area that it covered, because it has to go over the entire screen. If it's too small, you only see bits and pieces of it. You'll hear the sound, but it won't actually show you what it's doing. So that's all I have on the extensions there too. That's the only ones I've messed with. Oh, okay. So the Stream Elements leaderboard. That's something. Let me go back here to channel. So here's some other things that you can set up. You don't have to be affiliated to do this. Anybody should be able to do this on your channel page. That's going to look like that mirror effect where it keeps on going deeper and deeper into it. Look at that. I got to leave this for just a second. Oh, and I was mistaken. Since I'm watching it on my phone, I don't get to see when their ads are. So if you have an ad, just type in ad break and let me know. I was mistaken on that earlier and it just dawned on me. I just realized it. Okay, so back to here. Oh, I can't. Okay, yeah. So this would be, I think, on the About section of your channel, your homepage there. Then you have different panels that you can add different stuff to. So this is that shout out one. I went ahead and made it as a panel too. So they can just go down and click on whatever. I have it set up so that anybody can see the emotes available with uh, following my channel or subscribing. They can see all the different emotes here. And then the leaderboard here is, I think it has to do with who's messaged the most. Yeah, top chatters, top emotes. Oh, the top emotes are the emotes used. Are you all still with me? I have a notice saying that you're on an ad break. Bad aim. Yeah, sometimes. Okay, so on the chatters leaderboard, this goes into the panels. One of the nice things on it is you can set the countdown so it shows how much time there is until your next stream. Now they can see it on your video section on your schedule section also, but that tells them the time. Some people like to know how much time between now and then, even though it's not that difficult to figure out. Even so, this is a countdown, and people like countdowns, so you can set that up and you can change it at any time. And here it also lists the time and the day that you plan to broadcast. It doesn't tell what you're going to broadcast, but it has that information and then a countdown to the next one that's going to occur. Like I have one set up for 9:30 p.m. my time tomorrow, and that says that it's 1 day, 4 hours, 57 minutes, and 10 seconds from now. So that's the cool feature of that one. And that one again is the Stream Elements. Stream Elements leaderboards. So you'll just have to look through all of them that are in there on the discovery, because there's some cool ones, and depending on what games you play, there's some where they can interact with them maybe. But I think that's more for PC games though. Like there's one for Elden Ring where viewers can interact with it and click on certain things to give you buffs or debuffs and limit what you can do. But that's through PC, and I don't play through PC, so it's not helpful for me. But that's it for the extensions. And now Twitch alerts. Hello, Dr. Blacko. I'm trying to give a tutorial too, like, well, similar to what you did. Trying to help some people out here. How you doing, Doc? So on Twitch alerts, then I just have mine set up for only to alert me with my goals, since I have the other stuff set up through sound alerts. So if I want to be notified that my goal's been hit, I've hit my followers goal or my subscriptions goal. Okay. So you can just create a new one. This is how it's going to show up for everybody. If you're using any other kind of alerts, I would just turn everything else off that you're using from another source, so it doesn't double up or cause any complications. Like channel points, yeah, I had that turned off on here too because mine's going through sound alerts. But my goals is through here, and you can adjust the. This one right here is everything that's already in Twitch, so it's nothing extra. But visuals and sounds, you'll pick. Okay, well, yeah. I'll show you why. I'll show you why on that too. Here, and I'll show you right now. Right down here where it says browser source URL, that's why. Anytime it says the browser source URL, that means whatever broadcasting software that you're using, you need to enter that into it as a source. The same way that we did for the sound alerts from sound alerts. The channel points from sound alerts, all that, whenever we had to create a source in OBS and then add that URL. Everything you add to it, all these animations, will have a source from that specific extension. Not for every animation, just the extension. Like these alerts right here on Twitch, what you see on this page is all tied to this one singular URL. Yes, as far as I know, yes. However, that link that I posted earlier, that is meant for console streamers to still be able to use stuff. I'm going to pin it right quick so you can still see it. So it says that that's for console streamers. Again, I haven't tested it, so I don't know how well it is, how good it is, if it's still effective, if you can still do it or not now, or if it's just crap. I don't know. I just came across that right before I started broadcasting this stream, so it's still something that I need to check into. But for the time being, until we know for certain, then yes, you're effed for all that if you're not broadcasting from something else. Now, tentatively, that'll work, and that'll be a workaround, and if that works, then that's fantastic, because it gets to be a pain setting up a laptop and then streaming from the console too. Or, sorry, you're linking the console to the capture card to the PC. They want us to doesn't. Okay, well, there might be. I don't know if there's anything in the comments there. You might scroll through later, or whatever. I'll end up investigating more on it too, because for other people that would like to set stuff up and maybe unable to do all this stuff, that'd be a good alternative. Like the biggest issue I have with mine right now is the upload speed. For it to try to upload my video from the capture card, in addition to all the extensions and stuff going through my PC, or through my laptop specifically. So I have it hardwired with Ethernet so that it should be the best quality you can get, and not try to attempt it over Wi-Fi since it's not steady. But even then, sometimes it kind of bogs down if I have too many other processes going on in the laptop. Like I won't be opening my browser when I'm broadcasting from there, because then it'll slow down the processing speed. And you'll see my video get all choppy, and sometimes the audio sounds awful. So, as far as I know, yeah, for now, just use a broadcasting software like Twitch Studio or OBS, or if anybody else uses one of those, until we find something else otherwise. But then back to this alert right here, right quick. Yeah, you'll have to copy and paste this URL into a browser source again in your broadcasting software. And it's easy to just change however you want on here. You know what? I'll back out of this and just make a new one. Create a new alert. So we're going to go with, we're doing goals again just because. Just because. Goal reached. Visuals and sound. I'm going to look at their image library that they have. Oh, I have some in here. Let's go with a Lord of Cinder. And then you can add sound library. Okay, so this will show anything you've uploaded in addition to their defaults. And then you can sample it, so yeah, don't like that one. Nope. Hold on. Sure, we'll do celebration. Okay. Click on that, add to alert. So then the visuals and audio are set now. You can change your text and speech. Okay, yeah. We reached our whatever goal type, and then yeah. I mean, you can customize that if you want, but here's previewing it how it'll look. Okay, why is that not showing up? Um, yeah, maybe I need to start at the top and work my way down. Goal reached, alert condition if goal is reached. Variant name, goal type. Okay. Let's say followers. I don't know if I have two different ones set or not. I need to check that now. Huh. That should be good on the text. Just change it to something else. Color should be fine. Oh, it might be too far down there to see, maybe. Now let's try this. That's why. Okay. It was down at the bottom so we couldn't see it, so I just adjusted the width of the picture and then it shrunk it back down. Now we can see it. Alright. Alright. Celebration. You can add some flair here, which I don't think it always shows up. I tried adding it on one of mine and it didn't want to work, but celebrations, check on. Fireworks, preview. And the fireworks, all of these are like a confetti looking thing. So that's how that looks on there. And now, I mean, you can already see it on there, but send a test alert. Hold on, what picture can I put this on here? Let me go to here, we'll do it on here. Okay, so I'll send a test alert. Yeah, sure, save changes. Okay, no, that's not going to work. I guess that one has a different source too. Okay, we'll back up here and go to one that I already know is working. Goals alert. Goals. And it wasn't showing because I didn't link it to my OBS Studio. So now we'll send test alert to this. So then that's what it'll end up doing whenever you have it linked up right. And I'm going to delete this box because I'm not using it. Just to make sure. Alerts box 2. Delete. Delete. Oh yeah, speaking of deleting, on one other thing, if you do use this, there's a delete variant option. If you delete it, then it's done. So just be mindful of that. And then there's some other alerts that they have on here. I honestly haven't looked into too many of these though. There might be more stuff that I can add to mine to customize my channel. But at the moment I have most of the stuff going through sound alerts with their animations and the goals through Twitch alerts. And those are the only two things that I'm really familiar with is at the moment is just Twitch alerts and yeah, sound alerts through OBS Studio. So I know there's many other options out there. I'm just not knowledgeable on those, so I won't really speak on how to do those. Makes sense, right? So, and I think that's the gist of this is. Are there any questions over anything? Anything that I didn't cover? Anything you all are curious about? I may or may not know. And then also with your channel point sounds, you can always go into Stream Manager and then in your little My Chat, even if you're not broadcasting, you can still go in here and test them. So that's one way you can also check to make sure that your channel points are working. And you as the host, of the channel, have an unlimited supply. As you can see the infinity symbol there. So you can play or do whatever on the channel points as much as you want without having to worry about it. And you can also test out your emotes too and see how they look in chat. Where am I at on here? Got it. I have so many different things to look through from all the different subs that I've been gifted to other people's channels, and it's like, where are mine at? So then, yeah, you can, if you want to test out your emotes in chat to see exactly how it'll look to everybody. I'll just go through and hit every one of them and then hit chat. And then you can see it here. I'm going to look through all this right quick to see if there's something that I had intended to go over and have forgotten. So don't mind all the clicking on everything. Emotes, we definitely did that. Yep, that one's still pending. So usually these get approved or denied, I guess, depending on what it is, within 24 hours. Within 24 hours in my experience and talking to others that have also done it. But here recently it's taken almost 2.5 days to get some of these approved on mine. And I don't know why, because it's not anything extra. And then again, channel points. Let me see if there's anything that I overlooked on this. Nope, not doing a challenge. Okay, if you hit manage alerts, it just takes you to the alerts page that we've already been to. And again, I haven't looked through all of that, just the ones that pertain to the goals. Add a new custom reward. So yeah, you can add whatever you want here. Like donuts. Here, eat a donut. Yeah, I know it's dorky, but that's okay. 5,000 channel points. Otherwise, you'll be eating them non-stop. And change background color to, let's do a yellow. Yes, not quite yellow. Still, we'll go with it. No cooldowns or limits. And then create. And again, I'll hit refresh right quick to make sure that this takes. Yep, it's there. And I'll go into Stream Manager again right quick and see that it shows up under, yep, eat a donut. So yeah, that one's a text at least anyways. I know there's ways to set up something else with it. Let's see, where was that? Eat, no, channel points. Go back, edit. Detailed view, okay. Okay, so yeah, I guess you can just add an icon to it. Oops. Thought I'd seen somebody else with more, I guess, flair, if you will, on it. But it's probably just from the reward icon that goes next to it, just like how this is. That little orb. Or so I'm assuming. Could be something else entirely. Alright, and then if you delete it, just, what is this? There are requests pending. Okay, okay. A request is pending for that. So let me go clear that request. So what that means is right here in my stream manager, I have a rewards request queue set up. So I just approve that it's been completed or deny it. You can set it up so that you have to approve everything manually before any rewards are granted if you want. But if people are playing music all the time, that's going to get to be a pain. But if it's one of the special things, then you can set that up. Oh, what did I forget to do? Forgot to refresh it. Yes, delete. So yeah, you can essentially set up anything you want. I've seen, which I do not know how to do this part. Okay, I don't know how to do this part, but I've seen where some people have these channel point awards set up as like uh, text to speech options where you type a message and it is spoken aloud in the broadcast where everybody can hear it, and you get to choose what voice is used, like maybe Quagmire from Family Guy or Donald Trump or Joe Biden, for example. Those are three that I know of that are on there. But that's a fun interactive thing that some people use, or that I've seen at least one person use. Also, everything wants you to have OBS or Streamlabs. Yeah, it's because those are ways to broadcast it. Because you can't, you technically you cannot take the information from here and put it into your console and then broadcast from there. Because if you're broadcasting directly from your console, it's going from your Xbox to the internet. It's from point A to point B. It doesn't get to stop anywhere along the way and get all the other layovers, the extensions added to it, and all that. Because these aren't added directly into your console. If it was, if you could do that, then that would solve the problem. Unless there's a way to jailbreak them, maybe, to do that. But I mean, I wouldn't for how much they cost. And I don't know how much that would slow down the processing speed of the console either, though. But at the moment, pending any discoveries on other ways to do it, then yeah, you'll need OBS or I guess it's Streamlabs. Is that the broadcasting software? I'm a noob at all this. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, that is. There's a little icon. So yeah, OBS or Streamlabs or Twitch Studio. You can use Twitch Studio. I have it. I've broadcasted from it before with an emulator, but I didn't have any of the extensions set up for it. Oh, twins, it's okay. This is going to be in my videos. You can always watch it after the fact, man. And for everybody in here, congrats again to Kent Bo Slice and Twins World Z KB. They both have hit affiliate this week. So congrats to both of you once again. And I know that some other people that we have in overlapping circles, like Princess Kitty Mew Mew. Some of you are in her stream sometimes. She hit her affiliate yesterday or today. The Twitch broadcast one is called Twitch Studio. And you just go here to the here. I'll just post a link directly in the chat if you want. And then you just download Twitch Studio. And I'm not very knowledgeable on that one. I can learn it if need be. And there might actually be more videos and tutorials out on that one specifically since it's Twitch specific, whereas OBS is used for a multitude of streaming options. Just like I'll end up using OBS, I think whenever I'm going to make my YouTube videos for the for that finance channel that I have that I still haven't done anything for. In fact, I keep saying I need to, and then I never do it. Got my green screen on. I was looking yesterday at different ways to use it with OBS. But then I was reading something that, oh, you don't even need a green screen with OBS. You can use the virtual camera that it offers, but then there's something else that I was missing to be able to make that happen. But I know some people, well, actually, I don't know that for sure. I've seen people that broadcast with a webcam and it's showing the outline, like a silhouette of their body, and then everything else is not there. But I don't know if that's a filter or if they literally have like little bits of tape covering the lens in that formation because they can move outside of it and then it'll still have their silhouette there even if they're not there. So that could have been that. But yeah, that's Twitch Studio. And again, whenever I was first broadcasting, first streaming, I used Twitch Studio just for an emulator because what I was trying to do back then was, which I guess I had the right idea. I just screwed up like I did with OBS. Was I was trying to stream from my PS4 at the time and from Twitch Studio, but it wasn't working like that. Like I was trying to broadcast from both, which would be two separate streams, and it wasn't working, and I didn't know why, so then I gave up on it. And then the first time I went to go use OBS on here with all after I set everything up, I'm like, all right, damn, this looks good. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna stream, and it's gonna look awesome. Only to find out that I never pushed the broadcast button in OBS Studio and was still broadcasting from the console, so it was still not connected to all that. And that's whenever I found out that it goes through there, so it has to be running for it to actually do anything. What's up, Dr. Blacko? Anything you want to add to it, have at it. You are definitely more knowledgeable on all this stuff than I am. I'm only talking on the very limited things I've done through OBS. Hmm. It'd be cool to have somebody else be able to just speak in the stream too at the same time. Uh, yeah, it could be. I just started using OBS because that's what was suggested to me before for making YouTube videos, so that's what I went with. What was I doing here? Streaming tools. What is this? These are just extensions that I already have. Okay. So here's some broadcasting applications listed in Twitch. Yeah. Yeah, using OBS just to broadcast is convenient. I know that even in Twitch here on some of the extensions, like Owned or Own 3D. Okay. All right. Can you all hear me now, or is the ad still going? Okay, good. All right, so yeah, if you go to streaming tools and your creator dashboard, That's already here. Creator dashboard, and then down to streaming tools. Then there'll be different software that you can use, just like their Streamlabs. And Twitch Studio is the one that I posted the link for. And then OBS is what I'm currently using right now. Streamlabs Desktop, it says, is free, open source, all-in-one streaming software. Now, since I don't use it, I don't know, but if it's anything like OBS, then you might be able to still create your own overlays for stuff. Okay, I'm looking back at your comment right quick, Dr. Blacko. Like the panels for Twitch. Yeah, that's, on the, here's the only panels I have on my channel right here is in the About section. Then you can edit your panels. And then you can link your extensions to it. So whenever you're in the extension section and you go to configure it, you can set it as a component, an overlay, or a panel. This one doesn't do panels, so you can only do it as a component or an overlay. And this one I have as a component, so you should see it on the screen sticking off like around here somewhere, a little icon if you hover the cursor over it. And then the overlay is more like what I have set up for the tomato thing. So it sits on top of everything else. It's invisible, it's transparent until I go to do something with it like this. So the overlay goes on top and it's transparent, so you can set stuff up to go like that. Sound alerts, I just deactivated that because I have the browser source going directly through OBS, so that all activates without having to be an overlay. The emotes, so I have that set as a panel. So back to the panels. You have a finite number of panels, I think maybe 3 or so. So like here's my emote panel here where you can look at on my homepage in the About section for this channel and see all the different emotes that are available through my channel for followers and subscribers. And then like this one right here is a shout out thing that I have, and that one is also set as a panel so that it's down at the bottom. Should be able to see it if they scroll down, I think. Yeah, because I'm looking at my screen right now. So I scroll down, you got this here, you can click on it and whatever, and then that ends up whenever it's actually used. Here. Oh, why did it just delete that? Come on. They can type in the name of the user, hit search, and then, oh, that's who I want to shout out. I'm going to shout them out. All right. And then here in a second. Yeah, there it goes. Now this is just me testing it, but it's the same thing if they access it from my panel, that panel itself on my channel. And then the other thing I have on my panel is this little countdown. I showed them earlier. It counts down how much time between now and my next stream. And then on the days of the week, you can see the time listed for each broadcast that I have planned. And you manually set those. And that's actually separate from like the schedule on your, well, where it would be right up here. Now it's the same thing as setting your schedule there. They can still look through it and see the broadcast time, but I went ahead and set that as a panel so that it's a countdown timer. Sometimes that's easier for people. But as far as the panels, none of those cost me anything, and that's I guess the default. Let's see if I can click on this to see how many it shows. Panel extension 3 of 3, so I cannot add any more than just 3 panels on here. But if I click here, I can add images and text as well outside of what the panels are. So as far as panels go, yeah, that's one way you can do it. and it doesn't cost anything. Doesn't cost anything to use any of these extensions that I'm using. For broadcasting, I have not, as far as the software, I have not spent money for anything. So everything that I've shown people in this tutorial, in this little stream here, everybody can access free of charge as well. Trying to think for a moment. The only thing I've spent money on is like a capture card. I had to buy a capture card so that I could connect it from the console to the laptop. Okay, that's the panel that you was talking about. All right, man. Okay, but okay. Hmm. I don't know, cause you can you scroll down on that right now? What you're viewing? Can you scroll down and see all that on my page, on the video that you're watching right now? Okay. I mean, if it's there, then hold up. Let me look back on my phone again and see if it shows up on here. Okay, really? Oh, okay, I can't see anything on my phone. But that's mobile, so it's going to be different than on a PC, right? No. Okay. But that's all I know about panels, though. Okay. But yeah, in the streaming tools section, there's all kinds of different uh, software and programs that you all can try out if you want, test them out. And if it's free, you have nothing to lose on it. Okay, so Owned or Own 3D. This is one with their extensions that I tried to use, and I could not get it. It would not uh, sync up with my account. Like I tried to do their free stream alerts right here, and I could never get it to. I mean, I installed it, but it wouldn't let me configure it. I don't know why. I tried to watch videos, and they went through it just fine in the videos, but it didn't give me those options. And even though the video wasn't old, I feel like it was already updated since then, the software, so then you no longer have access to that. Or it was just blocking me, I don't know. And again, if you all haven't set anything up, there's all kinds of extensions you can look through. It's worth your time to look through them and see what there is. They can be kind of fun. And if you watch other people's streams, eventually you'll come across some stuff. You're like, oh, that's what that is. That's what they were using. Like I've seen one where there's a little mallet on the screen to smash the screen with, and that fits on it like an overlay as well. Like it'd be similar to this one, but you can only have one overlay. Otherwise, they'd be on top of each other and cause conflict. But there is a limited number of these extensions that you can use. Like 3 panels, 2 components. I'm assuming it's one on each side of the screen. Like I know they have some for Destiny 2, where it shows your different stats and stuff and gear, loadout, all that, I believe. But I have mine set up for other stuff. Component 1, Prime Gaming. And that's about it for the extensions too, so Are there any questions from anybody on something I haven't covered or that you would like covered or, well, that I'll try to cover? Or questions about anything. I mean, I don't care. Twins, are you still in here? Oh, no, you missed the first part of this, so if you're still in here, let me know and I'll cover the first part again over the emotes. But if you're not in here, I'm not going to bother because it'll just be on the video replay. And then Smite, are you still, well, you already know this one. I guess I was going to point out that on the, here, go back to January. So I had like just a small viewership for the month of January. I averaged 0.7. So I guess I had more than I thought because my brother would watch some of them to help me out. Like all these were killing my average. And then in February, it started to go up. But what ended up working for me more was streaming a few times a week instead of every day. So like in the month of February, I streamed a total of 20 hours across a span of 8 days. So one day passed, well, I didn't count for this anyways, but one day passed the minimum of 7 days of streaming. Of course, I don't think there's anybody in the stream right now that didn't already hit affiliate, but anybody that's watching after the fact, if you have too many hours streamed, that means it's going to take a lot more hours to bring your average up with a higher concentration of viewers. So if you start having spikes in how many viewers you have, here, let me adjust this right quick. Update. So like right here, whenever I started having, an average of 7.7, almost 8 people watching at any given time, then that's whenever it was a safer bet to go ahead and let the old ones drop off. Like here it's only a 1.9 average, so if I would right here, this right here is more than enough to hit affiliate. So then I'd count back from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I just don't stream at all for these 5 days here, which is more than 5 days, but that was 5 streaming days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe 11 days without streaming in this example, then it would automatically default to 3 plus average viewers. I mean, it already is for that section anyways, but for my example, if you have a bunch of low averages, let them drop off the backside, and if you have higher ones up front, then it's going to level out in your favor. You just have to balance it. I'm not sure what else to cover now. Oh, it's up here. Now the next goal is an average of 75 viewers. So hitting affiliates a lot easier and very realistically achievable. And I don't know if this is an affiliate thing or not. No, it wasn't affiliate because okay. So under community and roles manager, you can assign roles to different people. So you can give them a VIP badge or make them be a moderator for your channel, so they have limited permissions in your channel to block people, approve or deny messages, give shout outs. I'm not sure what all activities you can do. Activity. Oh, no. So yeah, that's something you can do with the roles manager. So if I'm going to add somebody to do this, let's see here. Okay, so you can give them, at least for now, the roles that I know of that everybody should have from their start, from the beginning. You can assign somebody a role of moderator or VIP or an artist, and I guess that's what this little notice up here is. You can now give artists in your community the recognition they deserve. Assign the artist badge to Twitch users through the roles manager and add artist attribution to new and existing emotes in the emote manager. And then editor, I'm not sure what editor does. Learn about roles. Types of roles. Editor, okay. Ah, that's what I was curious about. The editor, they can run commercial breaks. Whereas the moderator takes care of the users individually. Okay. So if any of y'all have issues with people in your chat, you might assign somebody the role of moderator to deal with them if you're too busy to do it, to deal with them yourself while you're trying to play. Oh, okay. And here's the VIP that it actually does have some perks. I just didn't realize it. Cool. They can chat regardless of the type of chat mode that's set for the chat for the channel. That's cool. And they can post links. So there you go. You can disable links so people can't be posting links all the time, but give VIP status to a select few, and those that have it can post links anyways. Although I was mistaken, VIP is not available from the beginning. That has to be unlocked through, let's see, the achievements here. Analytics, achievements. Build a community, here we go. That's what gives you your first 10 positions available for VIP badges is the build a community achievement. It requires you to have 50 followers, which you have to have for affiliate anyways, and getting 5 people to chat at the same time. And I would always recommend to have another 1 or 2 in addition to that because it doesn't always get counted like it should. So there's that. Alerts. Anything on Stream Manager here? I think that's about it. Well, I'll wait just a moment here so you'll have time to respond. But is there any questions, comments, concerns, complaints? Anything at all from the remainder of you in this stream? Feel free to put it in the chat. All criticism is welcome so I can improve the streaming experience. Well, thank you, Dr. Blacko. So I learned something in this stream too, just from this the VIP badges. I didn't know that they actually did anything. I thought it was just like a way to designate that that person was important to the host, to the streamer, and that the editor can regulate the commercial breaks and stuff. So that could be good. I know that there's been some instances where I've been watching a streamer and like they're having some issues outside their house that are interrupting their stream. So then they're away from the game, and having an editor would be good because he could just go straight to a commercial break for that time and then get it out of the way, you know? Oh, and they can edit the videos. That is awesome. I gotta check. Where was that? Roles manager. Makes me want to check this now. Okay, so there is a spot for editor, and it doesn't look like there's any set number either, so I guess you could have multiple editors. Definitely have to be somebody you can trust, though. So they don't, do any kind of funny business with your channel. Oh, or delete. I don't know if they can edit. I'm sure that means a delete too. It'd be bad if you have an editor that decides to delete something and you don't want them to. That is cool. I'm gonna favorite this page though, so I can look at it or bookmark it. Yeah, but that's no good. And that's Twitch Studio. Okay, well, that's all I have for this stream then. If anybody has any questions over this, feel free to shoot me a message, or I guess on here it's called a whisper if you want. And if I know the answer, I will get back to you and help you with it. If not, I can try and help you find the solution or point you in the direction of somebody that can. So, thank you everybody for coming, and I hope that this stream was helpful. And I'll see most of you, if not all of you, again on another broadcast. So, until then.